Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Robert Rosas from Chiropractic, and today's video is going to be focusing on some of my favorite tips and therapies to really help to eliminate the headaches. Now in this series, we've been going over so much, whether it be things to avoid, things to increase. We really want to help you to reduce the frequency or eliminate the headaches altogether. And so let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about is a detox bath. Now one of the best ways to do this is by using what's called Epsom salt. It's also known as magnesium sulfate. Now in our last video, we talked about the importance of magnesium in our body, whether it be helping with vascularity, things like heart health, relaxation of the muscles, as well as helping to reduce the headaches. One of the best ways that I found to do this is by filling your tub with hot water, adding a cup of Epsom salt, as well as adding about 20 drops of lavender essential oil. This is going to be a great recipe to help with the relaxation of the muscles, decreasing stress, and really helping to reduce those headaches. The next thing that I recommend is acupressure. Now there are three main acupressure points that I like to use when it comes to headaches. It's going to be things like drilling bamboo, facial beauty, and gates of consciousness. So let's walk through each one of those. Drilling bamboo has to do with the frontal sinuses. So what you're going to do is, I like to use my thumbs. You can use your fingers if you need to, but you place your thumbs just lateral to the bridge of your nose, just underneath your eyebrows. What you're going to do is you're going to apply gentle pressure pushing up, and that's going to actually help to relieve some of the pressure that you feel into that frontal sinus. Just hold it for about a minute, and then you're going to go ahead and relax. You can do this several different times throughout the day, but it should really help to relieve the pressure that you feel into the frontal sinuses here. Now the second area is going to be the facial beauty. That's going to work on the maxillary sinuses. Now again, I like to use my thumbs, but you can use the pads of your finger, and you're just going to place them just lateral to your nose here. And you're going to push gently and pressing up here, and that should really help to alleviate some of the pressure that you feel in the maxillary sinuses. Again, I like to use my thumbs, so I like to push gently, nice and firm, and then you're going to push gently and up. Now again, you're going to hold this for about a minute, just pushing some pressure into the maxillary sinuses, and that should help to alleviate some of the stress that you feel in the maxillary sinus. Now the last acupressure spot that I like to use is what's called the gates of consciousness. It's going to focus on these suboccipital muscles that are just attached to the base of the skull and attached to your neck and to your spine. Now what you're going to do is, again, you can use the pads of your finger, or you can use your thumbs. If you use the pads of your finger, just gently placing it underneath the base of the skull, or I like to use my thumbs and I like to press gently up and in, and that's going to really look for any form of tender spots. And when I find a tender spot, you're going to hold on to that for about a minute and just gently pressing up here, and you're going to hold that until you feel like the muscles are relaxing here. Now one thing I do want to make sure that you're conscious of is that you have the suboccipital nerve that goes around to the skull here. Now that can be inflamed and can be aggravated, so if you start to feel like there's some aggravation to that, back off a bit and really look for a different location so you can work on the muscle and not trigger that nerve there. Now the last form of therapy that I would really recommend is chiropractic treatment. Now as structurally neurologically based chiropractors, we understand, whether it be through stress, bad posture, traumas like car accidents, trips or falls, even the micro traumas, especially nowadays, right, when our cell phone use and our technology is so prevalent, where our head starts to shift down, putting a lot of the stress onto the joints here. Those joints and the bones within the spine can shift out of alignment, and that can lead to inflammation, irritation, and damage to those nerves, and can lead to a lot of the aches, pains, and dysfunctions, much like the headaches that we experience. Now when those nerves become inflamed, that can cause the base of the skull headaches, even around to the side and into the front of the head. As the joints and the spine shift, it can lead to structural issues, and it can cause those muscles to become very tense and very tight, sometimes even into spasms. That can lead to the tension headaches that we can experience, and a lot of other things that can go wrong. So now what we want to do is identify and locate where those irritations are located at and where those structural problems in the spine can occur. Once we fix those joints, we actually realign those joints where they need to be, removing the pressure off of the nerves. That can really help to stabilize the spine, relaxing the muscles, and getting the pressure off of the nerves to allow your body to function and heal naturally, reducing the headaches and eliminating them. And that's it for this series, guys. We talked about things that you should avoid, things that you could increase into your life, as well as therapies that can really help to reduce those headaches. Things like Epsom salt baths, things like acupressure, as well as chiropractic, specifically neurologically and structurally based type of chiropractic treatment. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact our office to see how we can help you out. Thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on the next series.